You put in your shoes on, the rest of your outfit, and you were ready to go, correct?
Yeah.
And you did something called a face stream live. Now, Adam, what is that?
It's where you go on Facebook and you can... It's a live video, so as if you're watching TV.
A live video that's broadcast on the net. Now, in order to do that, presumably you have to be holding a camera and filming yourself, correct?
That's right.
This is what you did. You held a camera in these 2-inch extra heels and started filming yourself, one-handed, correct? Correct?
Correct.
Let's see what happened.
Heels snapped last night, so I thought I'd be nice. Well, I'll be clever and lend katanas, so this evening for a change I'm wearing... Yeah, I'm wearing that. Everyone here in Sunderland is very... Oh, this is also on my head, but...
We have this in slow motion. Oh dear. Danny, first of all, seriously, were you injured?
No, I was fine. Very embarrassed because that street I was completely sober at the time, by the way, for the record.
Yes, I believe that.
Yeah, because it was only 12 o'clock. So I was getting out of the taxi to the venue, and it was all like, what's the word, pavement along the way.
It's all, what's it called? Pavement. Yes. That's what you would have walked on.
But like uneven.
What are you talking about? Where do you walk about in heels?
Well, normally I would
Is it
wear...
sort of rambling through the countryside? Is this like Arthur Wainwright?
I don't know who that is, Judge.
The Lake District, sir.
Oh, right.
Do carry on.
Normally I would be walking around bars, and it's all flat surface.
I see.
Yeah.
So you fell over. What
Yeah.
happened to the heel?
It snapped about... The heel broke off. It snapped.
Now, that was on the same day. You had your phone in one hand. That's very important, believe it or not. Adam, you saw the fall on Facebook, correct?
That's right.
Were you concerned about the heels?
100%.
What did you do?
I tried to get in contact with Danny. Phone calls, messages through other social media. No response, no reply, not answering the phone.
Why not?
It was a very busy day. Southern Pride is packing out with...
Understood. Well, there you are, left in Sunderland Gay Pride, which is, I suspect, I'm sure it's a lovely crowd. But, all right. But nevertheless, you needed a pair of heels. What did you end up showing up in?
I was barefoot for 2 hours, and then I spoke to my friend, Miss Lucy, and she lent me a pair of her, like, kitten heels.
So you only had a pair of kitten heels. Now, you came back on the 25th. I presume you immediately admitted to Danny what had happened to his very expensive shoes, and you said, I'll pay for them straight away. What did you do with the shoes?
I got some glue and I tried to mend the shoes. My previous pair of heels that snapped, I did fix with glue, and then they lasted about another 2 months before they finally snapped again. So I thought I'll fix them.
But you didn't admit the damage. Did you know he'd done this?
I knew he'd broken them.
Did you know that he'd tried to put them together with glue?
Not until I picked them up.
You picked them up and straight away you could tell. Let me just have a quick look.
Yeah, sure.
That's the shoe, not
That's
both.
the shoe that's broken, yes.
Understood. Now, my concern, so you see, is that that's the extent of the damage. Repairing this with glue could be incredibly dangerous unless you notified the person there was a problem with them. You know, these are, joking apart, really high heels. If he'd gone out in them and broken his ankle, whose fault would it have been?
I was going to...
Whose fault would it have been?
It would have been my fault.
It would have been. And he would have had a very serious case against you, and an expensive one. Do you see?
Yeah.
You know, these are risky things to put on. Will you take it back? Are they unrecoverable, sir?
They
And what's the
yes.
price of them?
Yeah, when I bought them, they were £155.
Is that how much they still are?
I've bought a replacement pair, which Danny...
How much the replacement pair?
They were
Roughly.
125.
That's fine. They're different shoes entirely, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's not a replacement pair, sir. That's a new pair of shoes. I say that because I understand it, Danny. Part of your reply here, which is not your reply in law, by the way, is that he's already got a replacement pair. So what's the problem?
I thought those shoes were about 2 years old when they broke, and I feel like they do break after time anyway. And I was going to buy a new pair of shoes, but I didn't get paid from Pride till about a week after I went into my bank.
Well, you've
And
got
I
the
did-
money then. So when did you hand it over?
I did say that I was going to pay the money, but then he bought them himself.
And you
before I had
thought,
the
well,
chance
you've got
to.
your pair of shoes anyway.
Yeah, and then it was...
Well, actually, your defence in law is more complicated than that, sir. What effectively you say to Adam is you knew that I was the type of person that would get drunk and break heels. You were perfectly agreeable to that risk, and that's exactly what happened. Had I worn the heels ordinarily and just gone to Pride and they got damaged, I'm afraid to say that's just an accident. You can't prove that I was negligent in any way. When you lend somebody heels of that kind, they might break. And consequently, that's your fault, and I am not liable. If you enjoyed that video, then I strongly suggest clicking here for more highlights. For those of you who haven't subscribed yet, and why not, so that you never miss out, subscribe. Clicking down there, that's an order.